This is J&T's Backyard Bowl.
Hello, and welcome to Backyard Bowl. I'm Jay, and I can safely say that I have never worn blackface.
Congratulations, Jay.
Thanks.
I'm T. I can also, with a 100% assurity, tell you I've never worn blackface, nor do I plan to.
I don't think you should really congratulate me on that. I feel like that's just kind of like a, standard of decency. But, I'll take it where I can get it.
The state of things right now, you deserve something.
Yeah, that is true. Well, we are back, and why don't we just get right into it with some BYB headlines.
Yeah, man, I'm ready to bowl.
I am too. Let's bowl.
Let's do it, man. So this article recently from Axios, the new up and comer in the media game, they seem pretty reliable and pretty thorough. They leaked the White House schedule.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, this one was pretty. We all knew what it kind of was, but this really outlined it for us here. The 60% of the last 3 months were spent for Trump and the administration as executive time, quote unquote executive time.
Yeah, I mean, if you've been following the dumpster fire that is the current state of politics, you know what administrative time or executive time is.
Yeah.
Which is Trump watching TV and tweeting and calling his friends, calling Hannity. Like, hey, bro, how's it going? Cohen's a bitch, isn't he? Yeah, he sucks.
Yeah. Doing his hair, probably getting a spray tan, watching Fox News, making phone calls, basically getting nothing done for the country.
Taking really creepy photos of his daughter.
Yeah, probably. That's the least far-fetched of all the scenarios we laid out.
Yeah. Did you say the exact amount of time?
Yeah, I think it was right around 297 hours. I think they had it down to the minute, like 297 hours and 15 minutes of the last 3 months were spent in this quote-unquote executive time.
I'm actually kind of glad. I'm happy for this news.
You like this news?
Yeah.
Why?
Because there's less time of him being like a fucker and destroying democracy and fucking America as it stands.
Okay. No, I'm on board then, yeah.
If by the off chance that Trump, old tariff man, were ever to listen to this, I say, bro, look, you've done so much in the last 2 years. Why don't you just take the next 2 years easy?
Dial up that executive time a little bit.
Why not
60%?
60? Try 80, 90.
Yeah.
You don't need a campaign. You got this. Everyone loves you.
Yeah, most popular president ever. Biggest brain.
Bigly.
Yeah.
Smarter than the generals. You don't need a fucking campaign. Just calm down. Go watch TV. Talk to Hannity. Twirl the fucking, the corded phone around as you sit there and swing your little feet behind you on your bed, and,
As a matter of fact, I can get on board with you on this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do your thing, POTUS. Take as much executive time as you feel is deserved or needed. Because that's all that time spent not fucking everything about democracy up.
Yeah. Or the environment, or fucking, neutrality,
or swamping the place.
Or foreign affairs, or just anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not just democracy, but literally our entire society.
Yeah.
But moving right along. Well, the Ways and Means Committee, they're rooting out those tax returns, man.
Oh, they're
getting close.
Yeah.
And from what I heard though, a few articles on the Hill that I read, that the White House has a plan to delay that as long as possible. With some vague fucking laws and everything like that. They've got a plan to fight back on this.
Yeah.
They don't want those coming out.
a little counterinsurgency here, already implanted, ready to go.
Yeah. I
So
mean,
when
they're
about to
prepping for
release,
this.
hold it all up a few more months and a few more months until we get to 2020.
Yeah.
And then, if he doesn't get reelected, fuck it. Who cares who sees the tax returns? If he does, well, it's too late now still. He's going till 2024.
Right.
Yeah. That could be interesting. It'll be kind of... I hope we get to see those so bad. That's
Yeah, same here. I mean, I don't understand. It's like the Russia investigation, you know? Like, I don't understand why conservatives want to, like, just make this investigation go away. I mean, obviously it's because of the spin that, you know, Trump and Fox News puts it on.
Yeah.
You know, making a big hoax and like, oh man, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's just a hoax. Like, obviously we just don't need to investigate this. It's just like, you know, why don't you just fucking release it? Why don't you fucking, like, completely, like, don't fucking talk shit on it. Just fucking go along with the investigation. Release your tax returns too. You know?
100% transparency.
You know, like, yeah, like, be transparent about this shit. If, like, you have nothing to hide and you got that big league brand of yours, like, the key thing to do would be, like, not to fight this, like, oh yeah, fucking fight it to death. No, it's a fucking, like, dude,
Yeah.
you're innocent. Just release that shit.
Nope. I guess innocent people, I don't think, like, fire the people in charge of investigating it and constantly put out these fucking rampant tweets that they're fucking innocent, it's all a witch hunt, and it's Hillary that's the real fucking bad person here.
Innocent people also don't have, like, what is it, 6 now?
Yeah.
6 fucking close associates that are guilty
Yeah.
of crimes.
Yeah. Either pled guilty or were deemed by the court guilty.
Yeah.
Either lying to Congress or fucking worse. Like, bro, you're not fucking innocent.
Yeah.
There's just no way. You might get away with it. I'm going to give you that. You might get away with it, but you're not innocent.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we've both made up our mind on this podcast. But moving right along, something a little bit more positive.
Yeah?
You want to take this one?
Yeah, I'll take it. So AOC rolled out the details of her Green New Deal legislation that she plans on putting forth. You know, will probably go to a vote in the House. As long as Senate control is Republican, it's not likely to get anywhere, but all this has a purpose. You know, you put that out there, outline what the specifics are instead of a very vague type of, hey, it's a Green New Deal, we're gonna go green.
Yeah.
Because it was very specific with what needs to be done for humanity's sake, and why, and within what time scope, and how much it's going to cost, and it really laid it all out. I know you liked it a lot too, right?
Oh, yeah. I sat down and I read the whole thing because, like, the first actually inklings I got from this were saying that, like, she had, like, wormed somewhere in the legislation that, like, that they were going to pay people who were unable and also unwilling to work.
Yeah.
You know, or something like that. And, like, I went deep into legislation and I tried to find that little quote there, and I could not find it. Like, nowhere in that bill did it say anything about that.
Yeah, the unwilling to work and the reconstruction, the rebuilding of all existing buildings in the fucking United States, those were two things intentionally misleading and spun by the right in a way to make that plan seem, you know, unworkable, unfeasible, a non-starter.
Trying to really vilify the whole...
Yeah. They're trying to get an early start on her because she's young.
Yeah, and super fucking popular.
Yeah, she's got a good following. She's got great ideas, and they're trying to get the early Pelosi or Hillary Clinton treatment on her, and just vilify and demonize her in every way that they possibly can, even if it means misleading and fucking outright lying about what it is she's proposing with the rebuild every building. That's not what it fucking said. It said upgrade or rebuild.
Yeah,
and the upgrade is obviously a lot more feasible, and the unable or unwilling. The unwilling thing wasn't in the fucking bill.
Yeah.
To work. That's not in the bill. That was completely spun by the right to demonize AOC and to demonize the sort of democratic socialism that she's advocating for.
Exactly. And, it's not surprising coming from, right-wing media.
Yeah.
But
Sean Hannity isn't setting a new low with this precedent.
yeah, no, not at all.
Yeah.
Moving right along, though. You want to get this one?
Yeah. So we haven't used it in a while, so I'm gonna use it on this podcast. Surprise, surprise! The Senate, Republican-controlled Senate, and the Judiciary Committee within the Senate,
Chaired by a Republican.
They concluded that the Russia investigation, there's nothing there. There's no collusion with the Trump campaign. There's nothing to investigate. There's nothing to look at. There's no wrongdoing. Nothing. That's it. Wrap it up. Put a bow on it. We're done here.
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise. And, it's one of those things where, there's a few asterisks behind that whole thing where, we don't necessarily know if they're like, yeah, there's nothing that we found. We saw all the shit that fucking Mueller has, and, he has a lot, and there's definitely collusion there. But, we didn't find anything,
Mm-hmm. Beyond what we either already know or what Mueller already knows, I think was the key outlier type of thing there that you can kind of take away from this quote-unquote Republican investigation that took place.
Yeah. Quote-unquote investigation,
Yeah.
for sure.
So, apparently there's nothing there, and
Trump was very happy about that. He went off on Twitter about this, which should be a tantrum, but this is more like a news blur, but he went off on calling it oh yeah, the investigation is over and they didn't find anything because obviously it was a legal hoax.
yeah, good work, Senate Republicans.
Yeah, way to fucking, back your man and stick to your guns and betray America.
Yeah. It's
So-
nothing more than the fucking Devin Nunes little fucking paperboy scheme that they had going on
Yeah.
when they still had control of the House.
This is just more instances of party over country.
Yeah, it's a prime example of that.
But because we're kind of flipping this little positive negative sort of thing. Next one is a big positive for me. I love this one. Wyden, Representative Wyden from Oregon, he introduced a bill, and I love the fact that it came out with this way. But it's S420.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and this bro's from Oregon, so it's got to be something nice, like the Marijuana Revenue and Regulation Act. So I don't know if we have a whole lot of, partakers of the devil's lettuce as listeners, but 420 is near and dear to people that like to smoke marijuana.
Yeah.
And it's usually the time that you smoke.
Yeah. April 20th, fucking at 420.
Yeah.
Whenever,
419, got a minute, bro?
Yeah, it's one of those things that goes back, way back in the,
But,
in the weed culture of America. But
yeah, he pushed this through, and I'm telling you, man, I'm thinking that 2019 is the year of the bud.
yeah, you've been espousing that lately, and I like it. I'm hopeful. I hope so badly that you're right, because I'm ready, man. The rest of the country's ready. The numbers are in. The large majority of the American public and the constituents of these representatives are out there saying, dude, this is fucking ridiculous. It's still a Schedule I drug, like heroin. That's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. It really is. It's utterly ridiculous. But the House right now, democratically controlled, especially with all the newcomers that we have, it's all green.
Oh yeah.
That's
It'll be no
green
problem.
friendly.
It'll breeze right through the House.
It'll breeze right through the House. Key factor comes up to the Senate. But see, here's the thing about the Senate is we've got like 33 states that have some sort of medical or, fully recreational marijuana.
Yeah, already on the books.
So that means 66 senators kind of have to like go the ways of their constituents, because their constituents voted that in office.
Yeah, you ran the numbers on that, and I love it that it's finally coming to the forefront of, hey, this is what the fucking people want, and it's only a matter of time before what the people want and not representing your constituents, just that cross-section doesn't work out anymore, and you're either out of office and someone who supports that specifically among a plethora of other good ideas gets in there, right or left,
Yeah.
and then the people, eventually they get what they want. Through protest or through just voicing their opinion in polls, eventually we get it. It takes a while. This has been a long time coming, and I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope you're right.
Oh, I know I'm right. And I gotta say, anybody out there right now, this isn't any sort of like money market podcast or anything like that, but like now would be a good time to invest in some weed stocks.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a bunch out there. We are not the people to be taking stock market, because that's not what this podcast is about. A type of advice.
No, I'm an expert right now on the like. You should probably get some weed stocks, because I'm putting some money into it. I'm thinking that it's gonna happen.
Yeah, you're already a slight bit invested into this movement.
Yeah,
and I don't blame you. I haven't quite gotten in on the craze yet.
I've got an itch, man.
I might be late when I do get to it, and I'm hoping this is going to be one of those things, fucking 20, 30, 40 podcasts from now, we come out with episode, 80, and you're like, I fucking told you, T, they would happen in 2019, in like November, midterms or something.
Yeah.
Whenever, that I'm like, oh, fuck, you were right, dude. Damn. I'm so glad you were right, though, because it's finally time. Spark it up, everybody. Let's do it.
Or at least get somewhere, bring it down from Schedule 1.
Yeah.
Because that right there is tremendous.
Like, don't be fucking locking people up for years at a time for this shit. Are you serious? Yeah. Like, come on. We're past that.
That's kind of one of those things, though. Like, there's really no way around it. Like, it's either Schedule 1 or it's not.
Well, that'll be a part of the bill that eventually passes that makes this federally legal, or that'll be the first step in what the process takes to.
I think S420 makes it legal.
Yeah, it fully federally legalizes it. S420 does.
Yeah,
but if this bill doesn't gain traction and it takes alternate routes and we have to get there the long way.
There's also like 3 other bills that went along with this. This was like a trifecta.
Yeah.
So there were some other ones that were like, oh yeah, also like we're just going to try to do medical, and then also we're going to try to like decriminalize it as much as possible. Like, so they're hitting this from like 3 different angles. Yeah. So it's pretty cool.
It's just a matter of time. I just hope that matter of time is a 2019 time frame.
I think it is, man. I think it is. We got to catch up with Canada, man.
Yeah, and the rest of fucking Eastern Europe and a lot of the industrialized world, like, get it together. This is not that bad.
We got to catch up with California.
Yeah.
So goes California, so goes the nation, Mm-hmm. They say that.
Yeah.
But let's get into some more shitty news.
Yeah, we're on the negative positive thing, so
last 2 are negative.
Yeah, sort of, yeah. Go ahead and take this one for us.
All right. So the House Veteran Affairs Committee Chair, Takano, I think he's from California.
Yeah.
He opened up a Mar-a-Lago influence investigation. Because apparently there's like 3 fuckers that are members of Mar-a-Lago that have been real influential in how the VA is like getting their contracts, and they pushed for this electronic filing system that the VA was like just suddenly decided to get, even though they bought one like only a couple of years ago. Like, it was like almost basically brand new for like an entire like filing system.
Right.
It's like, yeah, I just bought Microsoft 10, but then like my boss came down and told me that I needed to buy like this next thing. Like, I need to go and buy Max.
I got to get the business suite version, and it's going to cost fucking $100
like,
more.
yeah, we just bought a shit ton of Dells with Microsoft 10 on them, and they're fucking working perfectly. But then my boss came down and said that for some reason we have to fucking buy Max for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those things, and that's what ended up happening. Dude. And of course, you know, when you have like a full-on switch, because they hadn't even like fully implemented the whole entire system that they bought before.
Yeah, still a work in progress.
They was still working it. Like they bought a new one, and they went with this new program that these fuckers are associated with. So I'm glad this is another investigation into the fucking swamp monster that is the administration. So
yeah,
keep an eye out for that. We're gonna be following this story pretty closely. What about this next one, man?
Yeah, so I know we did the positive negative thing. We ended on 2 negative notes here in our Backyard Bowl headlines, but this one's especially troubling because it's environmental. I know that's near and dear to you. Me as well. It's a real downer, but so usually the EPA, you know, enforces their rules and their regulations through basically you fine the people that are excessively polluting beyond whatever we've deemed a reasonable amount for whatever sector of the fucking economy that you're affecting. And we just got the numbers in on this EPA pollution enforcement procedure, and we're at a 15.5-year low. The last time that the fines were this low for polluters was in the Bush administration.
I know we used it once in this podcast, but can I use it?
Yeah, go for it.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
Republicans fucking not fucking
deregulating to the point where it fucks our planet up bad.
Yeah.
And our ecosystem and our fucking drinking water and our air.
Weird.
Everything that should matter at the very most degree.
And for any of you scoffing out there, I would just like to reiterate, there's this wonderful website, opensecrets.org.
Yep.
And it will tell you exactly why Republicans are deregulating the fuck out of the EPA.
Yeah.
And out of every single industry. That's why, like, the next EPA head, after fucking Scott Pruitt, the guy that sued the fuck out of the EPA fucking a million goddamn times.
A bunch of lawsuits.
The next one is a fucking oil lobbyist.
Yeah.
Or a coal lobbyist.
Guy,
yeah, coal lobbyist.
Coal guy.
So, you know, that's the next EPA guy. The guy that's supposed to protect the environment was one that was literally lobbying for coal. Yeah. One of the biggest polluters in the country.
And just on the efficiency side of the house, like the most inefficient way you could possibly fucking think of to try to make energy.
Yeah.
But digging the fuck out of this earth to find this stuff, find it, and then burn the fuck out of it as fast and as hard as you can to make energy. It's just such a stupid way to go about things when we know of viable other solutions.
It's 2019.
Hence AOC's Green New Deal.
Yeah.
It outlines multiple solutions to just completely get rid of coal.
I mean, for fuck's sake, man. China and fucking India are like closing down coal plants. Yeah. We're trying to open up ones here.
We just talked about on last week's podcast, Germany.
Yeah, Germany has their whole, because Germany has like big, huge reserves of coal. Mm-hmm. You know, but like they're closing their shit down. They're closing their power plants down. I don't think they're closing their like coal mining operations down. I think they're still probably going to be shoveling that out.
Yeah, probably. This is not something though that I want the rest of the industrialized world to leave us behind on, or get a head start on us.
Yeah.
On. Like, if anything, dude, we're America. This is something where we should be the pioneer on this front.
Oh, yeah.
We should be the one leading a green revolution, getting the fuck away from this old, stupid way of making energy. Dig up this fucking black, fucking dumb carbon rock and fucking burn the hell out of it forever. Yeah. And create a fuck ton of pollution doing it. And just, it's so fucking antiquated that it doesn't make any sense to keep on with this stupid practice.
That's how the Industrial Revolution started. You think with it, we would have we've gotten really, really efficient at burning said coal.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're better.
Like,
A lot better.
but like at the end of the day, we're still burning coal.
Yeah. And we don't have to. We sit here and pretend and fuck around like we have to and have Trump, fucking talking to the coal miners like, bring coal back. Like, okay, cool, man. That's like fucking a few, maybe 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 jobs. Like, get the fuck out of here. Repurpose these jobs as green energy jobs.
Yeah.
These people could just as easily be putting together wind farms or fucking installing solar panels and not getting the black lung doing it.
Yeah.
Not
dying.
And it's good on all fronts, and I hate to see things like this. This is the negative side of this last headline. It's not take hold, and you see the numbers come in that we're the EPA is implementing measures at an all-time low because of deregulation within this conservative regime that we have right now. It's like, fuck, man. I guess we got to get worse before we get better, at least for now.
Yeah, for right now. That's, I don't know. Sad state of affairs there.
Kind of shitty that we whipped from our two most negative Backyard Bowl headlines into our next segment.
Yeah, the love-hate relationship that is tantrums.
Yeah.
Tantrums, man. This dude... I don't know what we're going to do when he's done.
I know. We're going to have to completely implant something else into the middle of the podcast that's...
I don't know. I feel like this podcast is going to be a lot more uplifting and hey, yeah, there's hope for the future.
It'll probably be more interesting.
Or it'll be it's not going to be a podcast. It's going to be a pirate radio station because we'll all be living in the wasteland.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
man, this week for tantrums, this one, I'm so fucking sick of hearing this term, this presidential harassment.
Oh my God.
He's been tweeting this for a little while now, pretty much since the Mueller investigation got on its feet. And he repeated it a little bit this week and after the State of the Union especially. And I say, okay, presidential harassment, so investigating the Trump crime family? Is that what is it? It's AKA there?
Yeah.
It's alias, so to speak? Because I think presidential harassment, claiming that the president of the United States wasn't born in the United States, something Trump was the fucking pioneer for a very long time.
He was a hardcore birther.
Yeah, that's what I think when I think about presidential harassment.
Oh, no, I think he's redefined it, to be honest with you. Nowadays, I feel like he harassing other people on Twitter, and now it's all of a sudden the president is harassing me on Twitter. It's presidential harassment, he's reversed it. He's flipped the script.
Yeah. It'd be funny if he's so uninformed and so uneducated that's actually what he's meant this whole time. And we just didn't know it. We were misreading the president because he's so not with it, not articulate enough to say what he really means or mean what he really says.
Right.
Yeah, that'd be interesting if it came to that. It'd be like, wow, Trump actually had that presidential harassment thing right. And we were all wrong here.
Surprise. The next one. This one really chapped my ass. Vicious Dems acting with hatred and scorn. Because those Democrats, they did a number on poor widow taker.
Yeah. Old Matt Whitaker.
Whitaker. Whitaker went up against the committee up in Congress there, and if anyone had a hatred and scorn and was vicious, it was him, man.
Yeah. Well, let's just preface it with the fact that they only got him there under the threat of a subpoena, and he should have came out and said I'll come if you pull the subpoena. He doesn't. know that the subpoena means you have to come. Like, you don't get a choice.
Right.
Like, we'll drag your ass in here if we have to. But
Yeah.
so he requested that they pull that off the table and just let him come on his own.
On his own terms.
Yeah, and he did, and just presented himself to be the supervillain that he is, the fucking Lex Luthor of the administration.
Oh man, you stole my line.
I did take that from you, yeah.
You line stealing bitch.
And,
All right.
well, you saw him on Capitol Hill this week. He was being a real supervillain about things.
He was like, I mean, I'm telling you, man. Like, we got Tariff Man's tribe of terror up in here.
Yeah,
You know, like it's like we've got our own supervillain group going on right now.
yeah.
Because like this dude, he just excuse evil.
Oh, he was being a real piece of shit.
Yeah.
Under lines of questioning there with did you or did you not? Yes or no is all we want to hear. Did you or did you not communicate with the administration regarding the Mueller investigation? Because, you know, he just recently he let out that it was wrapping up. It was almost done.
Yeah.
These fucking people can't be trusted. We don't know where the Mueller investigation is. And the last person I'm about to take any kind of piece of advice from on that is going to be fucking Widow Taker. Matt Whitaker. Get the fuck out of here.
Fucking. Yeah. But his big thing. Yeah. I think your 5 minutes is up.
Oh, that was the key point.
Yeah.
The key point in the line of questioning where it was like, this guy's a fucking scumbag.
Yeah, that's how he answers.
You tell the people questioning you that their time's up? No, that's not how this works.
That's some like fucking mobster type shit, man. Once again, I get so many mobster-esque type vibes.
Yeah.
From this whole fucking administration, man.
The Cohens and the Manaforts and the
Yeah.
sleazy ass, like, do what we say, you know, maybe you don't make it in the administration anymore. Oh, I'm just saying.
Sleeping with the fishes.
Yeah, it's just this
Yeah.
fucking, it's a real mob type vibe like you're talking about. That's like, what the fuck, man? These people are running shit?
Yeah.
These guys are mafiosos.
Yeah,
Fucking straight up criminals.
Reminds me a lot of Russia.
Yeah, they're not trying to
Weird.
hide it either. Yeah, it's weird how resemblant it is of fucking Mother Russia.
Yeah.
In Mother Russia, you question them.
Yeah.
Like, what? No. You're here
That's
to
the
get
exact
questioned.
opposite. No.
Yeah, like, no, that's not how this works at all. But we've been talking about Matt Whitaker on the podcast. Pretty much, I think we introduced the podcast with, you know,
With
that's
old
where we
Widow
coined the
Taker?
term Widow Taker.
Yeah, it was either the first or the second one, man.
Yeah, and we've kind of been watching him and following him the whole time, and he's finally being replaced by Barr,
Yeah.
who is probably going to be confirmed here pretty shortly, but
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see where that goes.
Yeah, and it should be noted that there was I don't know who it was, but there was a representative out there that literally said, like, how are you even the attorney general? Like, how did you get this job?
Yeah.
Who are you?
Yeah.
What the fuck is going
What
on?
landed you in this place where you
Yeah.
got to be Attorney General of the United
I
States?
love
Like,
that.
the top cop. That's
Yeah.
what they call the top cop
Top cop. Yeah.
in the United States is the Attorney General.
Like, what the fuck?
Like, the previous one had to recuse himself from the Russia investigation because he was clearly a fucking either the worst rememberer of facts or a outright liar. He was only one of those two things. He it couldn't be anything else.
Yeah.
Jeff Sessions.
Well, I mean, like, he was also a racist, but that wasn't on trial. So
Jeffrey Beauregard Sessions III was a racist? No.
no. All right. So, well, along on that tantrum there. Let's get in this next one.
Oh yeah, this is a good one.
This is you or me.
I don't care.
All right,
Take
take it. North Korea. Apparently, according to Trump, at exact opposite of what his intel agents say, North Korea is going to be this different type of rocket. It's going to be an economic one.
That's a real fucking. That's a real knee slapper.
Yeah. He's really coming out with those jokes lately. Like
The president's worse when he tries to be funny than when he just tries to be bad. When he tries to be downright evil.
Yeah,
He's worse than when he tries to be funny because it's not funny and it's bad.
yeah, it's just like okay.
Yeah.
Not only did you hurt everything in the entire world, but also you made a really terrible joke. Why?
Yeah. Like,
Come
dude,
on, man.
You're not funny, man.
Like, just give it up.
Like, you got the Trump Hotel. Okay, cool. It's all gold mode. But you're not a funny guy.
Yeah,
They didn't give you that apprentice show because you were funny.
yeah,
That wasn't like the key premise behind that. The key premise behind that was you're like the guy in charge. Which
Yeah.
you've proven that with 60% of your fucking executive time, you're fucking not the guy in charge. You're
Yeah.
fucking combing your hair and making these dumb phone calls all the fucking time. But yeah, so a downturn in the North Korea situation, and they've announced a summit.
yeah. It's later on this month. It's either like the 23rd or the 28th. Like I forget which. Something that has a couple, round curves on the edge.
And all the intel is telling us is like these guys haven't slowed down the operations.
No, not at all.
They're not doing any launches, which is good. That's a demonstrably good thing. But
Yeah, but everything like under the radar they're doing.
yeah, if you're still making them, you're just not shooting them off. Like I don't want you to have them at all.
Yeah, you're doing the exact opposite of what we planned on doing.
Right.
But I don't know, great minds think alike, and so do dictator minds think alike. So
Yeah.
maybe that's why Trump and Kim get along so well.
That's one of those weird things where he actually said on his little fucking never-ending campaign trail that we met and we fell in love. And it's just always fucking...
Did he say that they fell in love?
Yeah, he said it weird like that. Like, you could have implanted Kim Jong-un with Ivanka and it would have sounded equally, if not more weird, but it was like weird like that. Like, why do you like and fucking gravitate towards these dictators so frequently?
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with you, bro?
It's creepy.
Like, you should be talking this way about, Angela Merkel or fucking Macron or Trudeau or all these other leaders that set good examples. Not fucking Kim Jong-un and Vladimir Putin.
He was all buddy with Macron for a while, and then
That was very short-lived.
yeah, because Macron has opinions that are different from his,
And he's
and
not
when
a-
you have different opinions, of course,
And he's not
You're not
oppressing
fr-
his own people, murdering journalists,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
fucking enslaving people in prison camps with massive famine, or doing all the things that the dictator types that Trump gravitates towards are doing.
yeah, it's not just a little scary at all.
Yeah. So, next up on the list here,
Oh man, this one.
it's kind of the never-ending story here with the fucking... There's always some sort of tie-in to why you're doing it great, but Obama couldn't do it right. So he's always praising the economy, and he did it this week. He did it in the State of the Union, which we'll get into a little bit more later.
Excuse me.
But, you all right? You dying over there?
Got a little smoke from the fire.
Oh, okay, yeah. So he's praising the economy despite Obama. And this guy's only been in office 2 years. Obama controlled everything for the 8 years previous to this, but none of that's Obama. None of the jobs numbers, none of the economic numbers, none of the stock market
Which,
numbers.
if you did not know, have been going up for pretty much the last 7.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you look at
7 or
all the numbers, we're looking
Yeah.
at somewhere between 6 and 8 years, if not a little more, within some certain data sets. That all of these things, these data metrics that we're looking at, the economy, the stock market, the unemployment rate, everything that matters to real fucking people, has been on the uptick.
Yeah.
It took Obama 2 or 3 years to get that shit going,
And some
after
good
the
strategies,
disastrous
too.
Bush regime.
Yeah.
Not to
'Cause-
mention the '08 collapse.
Yeah.
The recession.
The 08 collapse, which, could very well be contributed to deregulation from the Bush regime.
Yeah. Not,
You know?
not to fucking... I obviously love Obama. Obama, he was awesome. Like, top 5 presidents ever. But, like, what that dude could have done with a not completely collapsed economy on the walk-in,
Oh my God.
it would have been...
Well, we
He'd
wouldn't
go
be,
down in history as one of the greatest.
We
because
wouldn't
he
be-
inherited everything on a scale just at the worst
Yeah.
it could have possibly been.
we have a dumpster fire right now. He picked up like literal forest fire,
yeah.
or like a like an entire like like football field full of dumpsters that were all on fire at the same time, and he had to make that into like a country.
Yeah, put that all out and put it back together in a way that worked, and get healthcare done, and get the Paris Agreement done, and get the Iran deal done, and do all of these things with the most opposition ever,
Yeah,
and the most quote unquote presidential harassment ever.
yeah.
People saying that he's not born here. Like,
It's so ironic because I see those tweets from McConnell sometimes about like, oh, I don't understand what this like, we have to fucking like put aside partisan divides and just come together, and like this obstruction is garbage. And you're
Yeah.
like, bro.
the guy who withheld Obama's Supreme Court pick.
Yeah, and also has literally been like, we are the party of obstruction.
And yeah, pretty much every piece of legislation that Obama tried to get done in his second term,
Yeah.
like, and outlaid that
Nailed it.
before his second term. Like, our main objective is to deny President Obama his second term. And when that didn't work, when that didn't inflame the right enough, just played obstruction party to the extreme, the most extreme divisiveness that you possibly could be.
Yeah.
Fucking ridiculous. So I hate to see fucking Trump discrediting Obama in any fucking way when he's 10 times the president Trump could ever hope to be.
Oh yeah.
It's just fucking outrageous.
And yeah, he's trying to steal Obama's thunder. Is really
Yeah.
what it comes down to.
I wonder if he knows that. I wonder if he even speculates that some of this is to credit Obama for.
Man, you got to realize narcissists make their own reality.
Yeah, living in their own little
Yeah,
weird Fox and Friends world.
Yeah. So that's just one of those things, man. You just gotta, there's never going to be a time in Trump's life that he thinks that like he's not greater than Obama, even if he's in jail.
Yeah,
know,
impeach
like-
him and lock him up,
Like
and
he's locked up.
he'll be Joker mode, screaming out of the asylum like, "I'm better than
Yeah.
Obama."
Yeah, this is all an Obama fucking hoax.
Yeah,
But
pretty wild fucking stuff.
that's a good fucking image right there. Let's get it right into our main story.
Yeah, we kind of two-parted this one this week, so we're gonna hit the State of the Union and also get into a little bit of the happenings going on in Virginia this week.
Yeah.
No, I want to run down the State of the Union kind of almost rapid-fire style
All right.
and just kind of get through it because it's a lot to digest and, it's no surprise the fucking goddamn president lies a fucking shitload, so I don't want to delve deep into all of these lies or falsehoods that he fucking stated at the State of the Union, but we'll touch on each one that I thought had some significance in that hour and a half fucking nightmare that was.
Oh yeah. Hey, way to take one for the team.
Yeah, I watched the whole fucking thing, and let me tell you, it was fucking rough.
Yeah,
I
we
was almost like that kid that got invited, just passed out, like exhaustion from too much falsehoods.
we drew straws, and T here, he drew the short straw,
Yeah,
and he had to watch it.
yeah, I was pretty much forced to watch an hour and a half of Trump not being interrupted by reporters or fucking anyone holding him to account whatsoever. His fantasy land, because he had a fucking heyday with it.
Oh yeah, pretty sure I got a boner.
Yeah. So I think the main point in the top of the story here that we took away from the State of the Union was this fucking... It's stupid because it's this dumb fucking rhyme game that he's been playing lately. But you can't have peace and legislation with war and investigation. kind of fucking mindset.
Oh my god.
Which almost seemed to me like sort of a threat. Like, keep investigating me, and we just won't get anything done. I'd rather do nothing than fucking work with you while you investigate me. And
like, how dare you?
I think we're looking at
oversight
about
me.
18 different investigations into everything ranging from all of his cohorts, the inaugural committee, the fucking Mar-a-Lago thing you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, we covered a couple of them already. Like, shit, dude. Like, dude, there's just more to come.
Yeah, it's just outright fucking ridiculous. So it goes on, and it keeps going on, but in a few other statements here. So 1 in 3 women assaulted on the trek to the border, which isn't a false. That's not a lie. That is not wrong, but it is directly sort of contradictory with the thing that he hates the fucking most, and he uses in this demagoguery fucking fashion the most, the caravans.
Oh yeah, the
Which
caravan.
kind of fuels the caravans. Well, safety in numbers type of thing. Most of these women are traveling with the caravans now for that reason.
Exactly. And not only that, but like when he talks about caravans every goddamn time, he's broadcasted all over the world. I mean, people are seeing that down there like, hey, like, that's a good idea. Where's that at? Because, like, Fox has it.
Oh, it's in Honduras now?
Oh, yeah. We can make it in Honduras in a day. Let's go.
Or they should be up here in like a few days. We'll just join when they come.
But I like that it's like, hey, yeah, women are getting raped on the way up here to get a better life. So that's why we need to build a wall.
Yeah.
Like, I still don't understand, like, how that connects.
Yeah, the wall thing, man. I don't think anyone can really figure out the wall thing.
Well, it wasn't supposed to be. It was just supposed to be a mnemonic, man. It was just supposed to be about immigration.
Yeah.
Like, this whole wall thing is kind of a mistake.
I still speculate that this is just a Stephen Miller fucking thing behind the scenes that Trump doesn't even fucking know or care. He's reading what Stephen Miller tells him to read and saying what Stephen Miller tells him to say, amongst a few other fucking little insiders within his circle there, that he doesn't fucking know the facts or the data.
Oh, well, yeah, that's obvious.
Yeah,
but
and if Stephen Miller says that fucking this many people are being raped and there's now 5 caravans, then, it's a thing. So, to go along with that demagoguery, so a lot of the crime stats that he's fucking been espousing lately with, fucking illegal immigrants fucking murder a bunch of Americans every fucking year.
Yeah.
Not a lie, but let's take that in context and say, okay, by all the data sets that we know, illegal immigrants and legal immigrants commit crime at a far lower rate. All crime, not just murder, but all crime at a far lower rate than citizens do.
Yeah, but it's different if they're illegal because xenophobia.
Yeah, exactly. And you don't fucking, your main goal, you fucking travel fucking 1,200 miles or 2,000 miles to do some killing. No, dude.
Yeah.
That's not true. You can do some killing in your fucking area where you're leaving to.
Yeah. Most of these people are fleeing the killing.
Yeah. Asylum seekers, primarily.
And yeah, that's one of the key things right there is the asylum seekers. Is like, they're trying to vilify these people.
Yeah.
Like, oh, they're a drain on society. Well, turns out they're not.
Right.
They're fucking murderers and killers. No, they have to fucking be background screened. Like, I mean, all of
you
this
don't just
shit.
grant asylum to a fucking killer.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, dude. I like that you want to claim asylum, but you're a fucking murderer.
Yeah.
You got to go back. You're getting dropped off.
Sorry.
You're not making the cut. You didn't get picked on the team. But it's just another example of the demagoguery lately.
Yeah.
So I know you'll like this one. I really liked this one.
Same here.
Yeah, the women. So he, as usual, he's fucking spouting the jobs numbers, and specifically the women jobs numbers. And the key point here was I've watched the State of the Union, and I know you probably saw.
I saw
this
clip.
portion, yeah.
I didn't. I watched the highlights.
All of the the freshman Democrats and some other Democrats within the House and Senate fucking dressed in white, you know, with kind of to represent the women's suffrage movement way back. But so they fucking were on their feet. This is probably the only time that they were on their feet, clapping, fucking raising the roof, just super happy about what Trump was saying, but for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't seem too happy about that.
I think he kind of picked up on the proverbial sarcasm there that was like, oh yeah, they were saying, yeah, we got this job because you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
And you're a fucking pussy-grabbing piece of shit. That's why we're here. We're not here because you created these jobs for us. We're here to fucking get you the hell out of here.
Well, I mean, like, for what it's worth, he did actually create those jobs for him.
Yeah, and you can't take that away from him.
Yeah, like, he's doing his job and he's creating jobs. Just like, you know.
Well, especially
And
the specific
opposing
the specific congresswoman that we mentioned a few podcasts ago, Tlaib,
Yeah.
impeach the motherfucker.
Impeach the motherfucker.
She was on her feet, excited about her new job in Congress, as well as AOC and a handful of other ones, other freshman Democrats within the House.
Oh, yeah.
And I found that interesting. That I don't know if he got it or didn't get it, but everyone else got it. We're not clapping for
Yeah.
you.
We're clapping against you.
So last but not least on the list of tantrums here is so this one's a complete falsehood. There's a few of these that sort of match up with the facts but were misleading or misrepresented. But this one is a complete falsehood. It claims $7 trillion cost of the wars in the Middle East. Iraq,
Right.
Afghanistan, Syria, every fucking where else that we're involved in that we probably should either dial down or do something to fucking cut these costs. But he's
Right.
claimed $7 trillion.
Whoa.
Yeah. And so the best numbers we could pull out of this were between 2001 and 2014,
Right.
about 1.6 trillion. So unless we spent like $5.5 trillion in 3 or 4 years, then he's totally full of shit. So he's totally full of shit.
Maybe it's like the profits from the military-industrial complex.
Well, that
Maybe
would be the
he
only-
swapped the numbers.
That would be the only explanation that makes sense, and that would make sense because the profits probably are somewhere in the trillions.
It's something crazy. I know that. Over 14 years, yeah.
Yeah, but that we ended with that number specifically because it's a 100%. You're fucking lying, and it's worth noting that only not that long ago someone screamed "You lie" at the State of the Union to Obama when he's talking
Yeah.
about affordable health care for everyone and giving his State of the Union, in a very eloquent, articulate fashion. But this guy gets up here and inflates the numbers by a few fold.
A few.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
No one's saying anything. No one's screaming at him. There's civility maintained within the chamber. You get your occasional eye roll, or they're not standing and clapping for fucking bullshit.
Pelosi has a meme now. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah. The go fuck yourself clap.
Yeah, the Twitter clap.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
It is.
It looked like the way I would clap for my child the first time he shit on the toilet, not in his diaper.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like.
Or the way that your wife claps at you when you take out the garbage.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
that
like
sort
real
of thing.
good. You're doing really good.
Yeah.
You're such a good guy. Yeah. But that wraps it up for the State of the Union. We're going to dual segment it, like I said. So
Dual segment. My
you're gonna,
turn.
Yeah, you're going to take the...
I'll take the reins right now, and my question is, what the fuck is happening in Virginia? Like, what the fuck, man?
yeah. there's
Right
something in the
now,
water.
like, we talked about this last week, right? So we got Northam. First, he comes out, and, because of the whole blackface photo in his yearbook, and his medical college, his medical school yearbook has two folk, one in a KKK outfit and one in straight up blackface. So, we went over that. We talked about the, like he apologized, and then he said it wasn't him, and now there's an investigation, but he's hunkered down. He's not going anywhere. Well, after that, we now have Attorney General Mark Herring. He apparently admitted to doing some blackface. So yeah, back in the 80s, once again, I guess he put on blackface and posed as a rapper and sung a song and did a dance or something like that.
Right.
So, but that's not all. We also have Lieutenant Governor Justin Fairfax. He has 2 sexual assault charges, allegations against him.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
So the line of secession here in Virginia is just completely...
Yeah,
fucked.
after those 3, it comes down to a Republican, actually.
Yeah. Fourth in line.
Fourth in line is a Republican. So, of course, Dems are freaking out. And, we heard last week and more into this week where everyone from Pelosi, like, all the way down to, like, the House representative where Northam lives is telling him to resign.
Oh, the district there?
Like, everyone's telling him to resign. And, yeah. But he's dug in. He's doing the old GOP thing. He's not moving.
Yeah.
Like, there hasn't been so much for the whole Mark Herring thing, because, like, he actually, like, came out and was like, hey, guys, like, I did this too.
Yeah,
like,
get ahead of it a little bit.
Yeah, he got ahead of the whole thing so that it wasn't, like, one of those things where it's just like, line of succession, and then everybody looks into him because now he's in the spotlight.
Right.
I'm like, he's got blackface too, and he's like, oh, no.
Oh, you found out.
Yeah, so, like, he just came out and got ahead of it. I haven't really heard too many calls of resignation for him. It's mostly just Northam.
Yeah.
Now, you got Lieutenant Governor Fairfax. No, everyone's calling for his head, and rightly so. To be honest with you, because it sounded pretty legitimate.
Yeah, the with the sexual assault. Well, those are 2 different, not only like games, different sports. Like sexual assault and like dressing in blackface. While neither are acceptable.
Yeah, they are completely two different fields there, but like with Northam and him saying like, oh yeah, well, like, that was on my yearbook page. Like, I don't know, like, I didn't have a yearbook page, so I don't really know how that works. Did you?
No.
Yeah, it wasn't cool
I was
enough.
a kid in the 80s, so...
No, I mean, like, but a yearbook page. Like,
Even
did you ever have a yearbook page in high school?
Yeah, well, there were a whole bunch of pages that kind of outlined the whole year.
Yeah, but you got, like, your own.
No. I didn't get my own, anything.
Oh. Well, our school, you got your own.
This was med school. I don't know.
Med school's a little bit different, but, like, even my high school had, like, their own. Like, you could get your own yearbook page. You just had to pay extra,
Oh, one of those things. Yeah.
Money.
Yeah, your yearbook that would be $50 is now $75.
Yeah.
But you get your own yearbook page.
Yeah.
And in this case, in med school, in blackface.
Apparently so.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man. I mean, what do you think about that shit?
Well, this one's really weird to me because, well, I'm going to call it what it is, man. Like, I'm not one of the outright resign now, give up your position right now guys. I'm not on that side of the house yet with all that we know now. And only for the reason that we're talking about 30 fucking years. And I was a
30
kid,
years.
like I said, in the 80s.
Yeah.
You make some dumb decisions when you're young. And how long do you have to... I'm not taking anything away from the mistake that is putting on blackface, but how acceptable was that in the 80s? You know,
Still not very acceptable.
probably not, but probably way more acceptable than it is now.
Well, I mean, yeah, I got into a yearbook in Virginia. But, I mean, it's also Virginia, so...
Well, the fact that it even made... They took a photo and it made the yearbook. Like, somebody on the fucking yearbook committee, or more than one person probably, made the decision that that wasn't bad enough to not include in the yearbook.
Yeah, but it's Virginia in a medical school.
Probably,
You know,
I would speculate
with
predominantly
all
white.
rich white kids.
Yeah, I would expect it to be predominantly white.
You know?
Yeah, I see that. I don't know. This guy, Northrum specifically, that we talked about a little bit last week, and we're back into the weeds a little bit this week. The thing is, like, he expanded Medicaid in his state. Okay, that matters to not just black people, but everyone that can't afford health care. He gave back voter rights to people who didn't have voter rights, and that matters predominantly to minorities. So I don't know if there's something you can do, or if there's something on the menu here that where you can be forgiven, or if that's even a possibility in today's politics. But
Yeah.
that's where I can sort of sympathize with him not backing down and resigning right away.
Well, I'll give you this. Would you be saying the same thing if Northam was a Republican?
Okay. This is where anyone and everyone listening is going to call me a huge hypocrite, and I might even cop to that.
Yeah.
Because no, I wouldn't be saying the same thing. Because Republicans play by this different set of rules, while being racist is not as politically deadly as it is for a Democrat. And
Well,
you
yeah,
don't
you
eat your own, and you endorse. Not only do you accept charges like this with like Roy Moore or Steve King, or there's a number of other Kavanaugh, these people that have these checkered past type things that need to be looked into before we decide, hey, you get to make decisions that affect a lot of other people, or you get to be on the goddamn Supreme Court. Like one of 9 people that makes decisions that affect the whole fucking country.
Yeah.
Like forever. For fucking ever. They cannot be fucking challenged. So, I guess I'm leaning on the side that as long as we're playing by the rule book that the GOP's established is fucking totally flawed and in favor of bad people, these people aren't bad enough to resign now.
See, I gotta differ with you on this, man. Like,
Oh yeah?
yeah, I'm sorry, but like I gotta say, like, you know, blackface is blackface, dude. You
Even
probably
30
shouldn't
years
have
ago?
that. I mean, like 30 years ago, like, I mean, maybe it's my like bias against like kind of like the whole elite sort of like fucking shit that fucking they got going on. Elite fucking white college fucking medical school kid.
Yeah.
You know, just doing whatever the fuck he wants, thinks he can get away with
Untouchable.
fucking anything.
Yeah.
Untouchable. And oh shit, this comes out and bites him in the ass. You know what? Like, he kind of deserves it. But also, like, it's one of those things where it's like kind of making like a superhero reference here, since we got, you know, the supervillains of the fucking the Trumpian world, you know. Like, if Democrats are gonna win and like ultimately prevail, like, they kind of gotta hold themselves to a higher standard. You say eat your own, but I see it as holding yourself to a higher standard.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah, fucking, you know what? Like, this guy fucking did some stupid fucking shit when he was a fucking college kid. And yeah, it was 30 years ago, but like, dude, you don't fucking need to fucking have that shit in your party.
Yeah, I see that point 100%, and I guess the only way I can look at it where it sort of roundabout makes sense is, I guess you're viewing it from a world, this superhero world, where the bad guys don't win. But right now, Trump and the entire swampiness of the administration and just generally the GOP are letting it be known that bad guys win sometimes. Like,
I mean, yeah, I feel you there.
and you can't,
I mean, I do.
You can't combat a supervillain with a hero that is just a good guy, but he doesn't have any superpowers. He's just a good dude. He
Yeah.
has the moral high ground, but he can't fucking shoot lasers out of his eyes or anything like that. But your guys can do that shit. You're fucked.
Yeah, they're playing dirty. I get you. I mean, we saw that with Kavanaugh. We saw that with Roy Moore and everything else. But like at the same time, like, I mean, you can't stoop to their level, because I mean, dude, you start stooping to their level, you start colluding with Russia. You know, like there's a level where you don't go.
Yeah, could
You
be a slippery slope towards sending the Democratic Party down a way that it didn't intend to go or didn't ever think it could go.
Yeah, like I mean, like the way that you're talking, it's just like, okay, yeah.
Well, as long as we're playing dirty, let's play dirty as fuck. Yeah, I can see a flaw in that mindset.
Let's collude with fucking, Venezuela. All right, like Venezuela, get up in here and fucking hack our Facebooks.
Yeah.
That sort of shit.
Yeah. So that's definitely a good point. I guess I would just like to, maybe a precedent should be set for what is political suicide and what is not. Just draw a fucking line in the sand, and like, if you're, I'm not saying just accused of something, but like there's a photo of you in blackface, sorry dude, you gotta give up office.
Yeah.
Right or left, doesn't matter. No partisan involvement whatsoever.
And that kind of goes
But
back
both have to play by those rules.
Well, yeah, that's the thing though, is like you said, GOP don't. GOP fucking comes together, and it's the good old boy club.
Yeah.
You don't go nowhere with that.
Yeah, you endorse child molesters.
Yeah, you endorse child molesters.
Outright racist like Steve King. Like,
or fucking
when you back guys
drunk
like that
rapists like Kavanaugh.
Yeah, when you back guys like those three people specifically, there's probably a host of other people that we could do our homework on and find out like some fucked up bullshit.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, you really shouldn't be representing people of like City Hall, let alone fucking like a district within Congress.
Shouldn't be representing people with fucking a trailer park.
Right. Like,
You
you're not
shouldn't be
qualified.
representing anybody.
No, you're just not qualified. You don't meet the whatever precedent we've set that we think is the bare minimum for what you need to fucking do. But yeah, until that precedent's set, I'm just gonna maintain that maybe not play as dirty, but let's not false equivalency everything with sexual assault to blackface to super beer drinking Kavanaugh. I like beer, fucking, and whatever he did while he was being a fucking hardcore beer drinker guy.
He didn't remember, but he raped a girl.
Yeah.
So,
Well, whatever it was that has gone down, I don't think we can blanket statement all of that and say like, you have to resign if anything bad ever happened ever. Because then you're definitely going to lose. Because the right's not going to do that.
Well, yeah.
They won't play on that ball field with you.
Yeah,
They'll play on a ball field where they're running downhill and you're running uphill. The whole fucking time. And you'll never win.
I mean, I feel on that. But at the same time, like, when you stand your convictions and when you stand your ground, like, at the end of the day, that you're, like, actually voting for the right people. Because it's not one of those, like, things where it's just, like McConnell, where he's sitting there, and when it was the Obama administration, he was fucking blasting the fuck out of fucking, like, we are the fucking, like, planting the flag and, like, rolling out the new GOP logo of, like, Party of Obstruction.
Yeah.
And he's like, we ain't getting nothing done up in here.
Yeah.
Fuck that black
Want
dude.
legislation? Go fuck yourself.
Yeah. And then now, like, fast forward, now that, like, oh yeah, GOP's in control, he's like, I don't understand why all you guys want to do is obstruct. It's un-American.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, like, that's like the standard political fucking, garbage that everybody hates about politicians, is that it's this two-faced bullshit.
Yeah.
So, like, it's one of those things where it's like, the Democrats have stood up for identity, for fucking, women's rights and for fucking, racial rights and stuff like that.
The list could fucking go forever.
Yeah.
Civil liberties, fucking climate change, fucking
everything like that. So like having a fucking Democrat come out with like blackface and stuff like that, it's like, bro, this is like your main platform. You can't just give him a pass because he's a Democrat.
Yeah.
We're not Republicans up in here. You need to like be like, all right, dude, you gotta go. And that's why people have come out on him.
Well, I think we're looking at this from two different perspectives, and you're in the long term, which is, I'm going to give it to you, probably the right mindset in the long term. But I'm thinking short game, got to win now, got to get what you can get now.
You're just trying to get rid of Trump. I don't blame you.
Dude, if it got rid of Trump, there's many different, probably in the end, in the long run, bad routes I'd go down to.
There's unspeakable routes.
Yeah, just fucking
very dirty, dark things.
Means to an end that would be outright fucking terrible.
All right.
Because
let's not go down that route for what you would do.
I'm not above it.
You're not above much.
Yeah. So
let's end this on a good note. How about that?
I'm down with that.
All right. Let's get into my favorite time and also yours.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Happy science time.
No matter how the first whatever fucking few segments of the podcast go, we always get to this place we're not going to be upset after this.
Oh no, yeah, it's hard to be.
Yeah. So first up on the docket this week, man, is this diet drug that they've induced into mosquitoes.
This is pretty cool.
Yeah, to sort of
I like this.
It kind of curbs their appetite. And not a little bit, like a lot, like 5-fold or more. Fucking.
So their craving for blood is down?
Yeah, like way, way down. And
nice.
We were talking earlier about the implications here, with the Zika virus and West Nile and fucking malaria specifically.
And the one that was affecting Florida. What's the one?
That's the Zika.
Is that Zika?
Oh, no, that's, Zika.
The small head and small baby head?
I think so.
Okay, yeah.
I think it's Zika.
Yeah, you're right.
Zika, West Nile, malaria, things like this. Like, just diseases that exist because of an insect that, like, dude, they don't need to fucking exist. Science can make these things not exist. And this is a small step in that right direction where if we can induce something into their ecosystem and into their fucking body that's going to make them want less blood, if that's double or triple or quadruple less blood that they want, then that's double or triple or quadruple less people or organisms that they're biting and then going and biting other organisms and spreading these nonsense fucking diseases that shouldn't goddamn exist in the 21st century anyway. And just an all-around good, And we kind of modeled it after ourselves. Fucking give people this fucking diet pill to make them eat less. And we'll give mosquitoes some of that shit and see how hungry they are. Well, it turns out they're way less hungry.
I wonder though, because it's a circle of life, right?
Yeah.
You got to realize a whole lot of the next step predator really kind of
relies on
mosquitoes.
Yeah, I thought about that too.
So you got bats and birds and stuff like that aren't going to get the same amount of food that they would normally get, especially if the mosquito population is down.
Yeah, I thought about that too, and then I kind of my next thought in my chain was, well, we're fucking extincting everything else on the goddamn planet. Let's extinct mosquitoes first.
Yeah.
And then worry about,
Of all the things that we've extinct, let's not extinct the pretty things and get rid of bugs.
Yeah, let's save the polar bears and the elephants and the giraffes and the rhinos and
no, I feel you. I feel you. Yeah, that's a good idea.
We can probably in 10 years we'll just genetically modify mosquitoes that don't bite humans. They only bite animals.
Yeah, good idea.
Maybe we'll get there. That's the great fucking thing about Happy Science Time.
Fucking science.
All the openings that these things fucking really do.
Right?
Yeah.
So next, we talked about this in episode 9. Ultima Thule. You remember that? The extrasolar snowman?
Yeah, the like double fucking cylindrical.
Double bubble.
Yeah.
Yeah, it turns out it's not a double bubble. It's not a snowman.
What?
Yeah.
What the fuck
Two
is it?
flat discs.
Oh shit.
Double pancake mode.
Nice.
Yeah. And that was just figured out because of the super, super slow data rate transfer that is going on between New Horizon and Earth.
Yeah.
Because it's so goddamn far away
yeah,
at this point in time.
hundreds of thousands of miles to
Yeah.
fucking gonna just shoot this signal and wait.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so we're transmitting, and then you just wait and watch your little window bar fucking slowly, percentage-wise.
Yeah, it's not even like 56K. We're talking like, 3 bits a minute.
Yeah.
You know, so
Oh,
they
God.
take weeks to like get any sort of image.
Yeah.
That's not even really that good.
Oh my god.
So
So we got an update on that, and it's not a snowman. It's a fucking.
yeah, after they got a few
Double-decker.
more pictures, it's this weird fucking disc thing.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty damn cool. I thought it was cool.
No,
anyways.
but I always love the space news.
Yeah, especially like something that far out.
Yeah.
And it's always nice to re-update something that we talked about before.
Yeah, if you haven't noticed, we kind of like to re-attack every now and then. And especially when new data comes in. It's kind of like the whole premise behind science. Like, new data, holy shit, update.
Exactly.
And we're kind of trying to propagate that method here, so.
So why don't you give us our next one?
Oh, man, this one, dude. So the gut bacteria. God, dude, this, another thing that has a huge, wide-ranging array of things that could affect, but, so they noticed, I forget the university because I don't have the info on me right now, but they did a study on people with depression and people without depression and noticed the absence of this very specific gut bacteria in the people with depression.
Yep.
So sad mode, like feeling real down, you're missing this like very, very micro fucking tiny of all of what you are, less than a fucking 100,000th of a percent of what the fuck you are and made up of. But a key factor in how you feel on the day to day,
Yeah.
especially in like the brain activity. The depression like affects a lot of fucking people.
It does. It affects fucking a good majority of Americans, that's for certain.
No, well, probably more so in recent
Yeah, especially now.
last 2 years and a month or so.
I mean, this isn't the first research into this either. Like, I was hearing about this a couple of years ago, too.
Yeah.
Like, and they've been working super, super hard on this. And, like, at this point in time, this was, like, the peer study review, I think, wasn't it? The, like, basically, this kind of sealed the deal for everything to prove that it was right.
Yeah, with the whole micro fucking organism structure that's going on inside of you that you have no fucking idea about and very little control over besides what the fuck you put in yourself.
Yeah.
How you treat your body. But
Just goes to show you, kids, eat yogurt.
yeah, take fucking care of yourself because
Because otherwise you'll be sad.
can't have enough of that healthy bacteria inside of you.
And it's just so crazy that, like, you could have, no shit, like, just bacteria affecting your personality and your mood.
Yeah.
And, like, everything like that. Because depression's no joke.
And that's your day to day. That's your everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's part of who the hell you are. And how people perceive you and what impact you're having on everyone and every fucking
How you
person you've ever
perceive
met.
yourself.
Yeah, and how you think about yourself, exactly. And it comes down to this tiny little thing that, at least at this point, from what we can discern from the study, affects it on a level that is discernible, that is fucking recordable, and fucking scientists has discovered, holy shit, this makes a difference. People
God
with
damn.
depression exhibit this not being there within their gut bacteria.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy, man.
I know. It's
I like
fucking
it.
nuts.
So I'm looking forward to seeing what that means, because it could mean like, hey, yeah, instead of taking some Zoloft or some other fucking, really super fuck up your brain chemical sort of thing, like we could start seeing some like, hey, yeah, so like here's some pills, or here's some fucking yogurt that has the specific bacteria that you need for your gut
Yeah.
to better fucking, help you fucking calm your brain down.
Yeah, all you need is a fucking cup of yogurt, a few carrots, and a couple fucking strawberries a day, and you won't be freaked out and stressed out and anxious and depressed. And
well, I mean,
fucked up.
it also comes down to like there might be more to it, and I think that's why they've
quite
only
sure
like
there is.
said like, yeah, it's only links, because they might come out and say like, oh yeah, like the reason why that bacteria is not there is because of like a biochemistry pH sort of thing.
Yeah. Which kind of leads us directly into our next. Our last, unfortunately, our last Happy Science Time with the pH topic there.
Oh yeah, let's get into that.
Yeah, dude, take it off because this one's fucking awesome.
Yeah, this one made you a little cringy.
It's kind of weird.
A little pokey.
I'd highly
on your
encourage our
insides.
readers to go look at the GIF. the GIF image of this thing doing what it does, but I'll let you explain it.
So there's a new pill out. They haven't given it to humans yet, but they've given it to like over 100 animals. And basically it's automated needles to deliver drugs to you. Like basically just swallow it and it does its job as it passes through your system.
Yeah.
It's automatic fucking like just inject the drugs into you. So like you want to do insulin at a certain time, you take this pill when they tell you to, and it goes through your system, and then at some point it gives you the drug.
So at how is it that it knows at what point to deliver?
That's the super cool part about this. So they've been trying to do this for years. Like basically since the first time that they gave insulin to like the first like kid for the first time.
Right.
They've been trying to come up with like an oral version. Like, hey, yeah, just take a pill instead of doing the fucking like shoot up mode.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Well, a billion people have fucking failed at this. People have used this like, little pills with springs and like just fuck people up or fuck pigs up while they're testing it and all that sort of thing. But this new one is different. Basically what it does is you've got a certain pH level throughout your body, right?
Right.
pH is the acidity of your liquids,
Right.
so to speak. So, as this little pill travels down, like the outside dissolves that carries these little like needle eggs looking things.
That's where the listeners will get
Yeah.
the view of the image that it's making me a little bit.
And I think it's because it twitches. It's
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah,
Getcha.
it gives you a little preview of what the fuck would be going on inside. But go on.
So like, the outside dissolves and like, the little needle eggs travel down and they go through your large intestine system until they get to your small intestines. And we hit there, that's where the pH changes. So it stay constant. Like, I mean, it's not constant throughout your whole entire like tract, but your pH levels in your small intestines are completely different from large and your stomach.
Right.
And those are also different between each other, but yeah. So what happens then is that pH level triggers a chemical reaction. And there's this little balloon that fills up and injects the needle into the the small intestine lining and directly injects the they call it biologicals,
Yeah.
which that's the whole reason behind this, is that biologicals are like a bigger chemical, like it's a bigger molecule, so to speak,
Much more complex than,
like aspirin or
say,
opium.
your over-the-counter whatever.
Yeah, whatever you take, like that you can take and then you can digest, and it just like gets absorbed through the digestive wall just fine and dandy.
Yeah.
Like they've had to do tricks like coating it and all sorts of other garbage without this method that they're doing now.
Just to survive the digestive process, to
Yeah.
get it where it needs to be, to kind of...
Yeah, because it's got to like go in as like a whole protein, you know? It can't go in as like half or a quarter or anything like that. It has to go in whole.
Right.
So this would completely bypass that whole like, you know, coating or peptide process that they got going on, and just go straight to the wall, inject it, you'd be good to go. And then eventually that little balloon deflates, and you know it pops off the small intestine wall and just gets pooped out. You just poop out a little pill needle.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
super cool.
I highly encourage our listeners to go watch the GIF that we've been talking about, because it weirded me the fuck out, and the science behind it and the description that you just gave doesn't help, but
Yeah.
it helps describe it better, but it doesn't help not weird me out about it.
Yeah.
Not that if a doctor told me it'd save my life or keep me going, then of course I'm gonna fucking
Take this
the doctor's
pill that
advice.
will inflate in your body and stab you.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I guess that would be a little weird.
I'd be a little like, are you sure? Explain it a little more, doc. Like I'd need what you just ran down just to kind of break it down and be like, okay, fine. You seem like you know what the fuck you're talking about. I'll take it. If I feel better, or if it's doing what I think it needs to do, or whatever, then I'll fucking continue with my prescription here.
I'm just gonna be a little worried when I poop needles. You know?
Exactly, yeah. But it's on such a small scale that it's
Yeah, they're tiny.
it's not in the way that you're thinking.
Like a
Pooping
normal
needles, like you're gonna fucking bleed your asshole out.
Yeah, you're not
just trying to keep your insulin levels at a regulatory rate.
Yeah, fucking heroin addicts aren't gonna be coming after your turds or anything.
Right,
Like,
right.
No, it's they can fit two of these little like egg-shaped looking things in one like normal size big pill.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Well,
they're pretty damn small.
I like it, man. That's fucking, and as with everything in the Happy Science Time, it fucking only like the prospects of what it can become, and in the long run, exponential.
Oh yeah, I mean like they're quoted as saying that this is the holy grail of drug delivery.
Yeah, it sounds to me, the way that you explain it, it sounds to me like the Amazon type of revolution.
Yeah,
The way you get a package.
this is big. This is super big.
It sounds like
It is.
so. Big deal. Big fucking
Hell yeah.
big step
But-
forward.
With that big step forward, I think it's a big step towards closing this up. What do you think?
Yeah, man, I think we're about there, and we've hit everything we wanted to.
Yeah, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, probably ran longer than we'd like to, but that's
We always do.
every podcast.
Well, I'm Jay. You can reach me at Backyard Bowl J on Twitter. There, go ahead and yell at me, or make fun of me, or give me some constructive criticism on what you think of the podcast.
Yeah, I am on Twitter at Backyard Bull TTEE. For those of you that like to, whatever you want to say, yell at me if you like. I'd prefer something constructive, but I'll take anything. So
Yeah. He also gives out beehole pics sometimes. If you're nice to him and sweet to him.
they're few and far between, but they are.
That only happened once. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, one's too few. It's just
You can also reach us at jtbackyardbowl@gmail.com. And remember, if you like this podcast, go ahead and subscribe and hit us up with any info or comments or questions, we'll probably feature you because we definitely want to do a listener interactive feedback type of thing. We want to hear from you.
Yeah, we'd love to take something from whoever's listening to this and kind of embed that within the podcast, especially here at the end, where we're maybe at some point we don't have to feed you all our fucking info. We just you already know it, so you get it. And
well, we always got to do that for the new listeners. That's one of those standard podcast things.
Yeah,
but it would be nice to like finish this up with like some interactiveness for all you listeners out there. Yeah, I'm talking about you. I know you've listened.
Jeremy in Idaho. I like to throw out a random name and a random state.
I know. This is like
just
the third or fourth
case.
time you've done that now.
Yeah, just in case. Like, what? They know.
Yeah.
But we're on Facebook now with the Facebook page.
Yeah,
we've got
J&T's Backyard Bowl.
the YouTube channel. That's right now for the moment it's audio only, but expect improvements forthcoming at some point.
Yeah, once we get pretty. Mm-hmm. With that being said, I think it's about time to call it a night. What do you think?
Yeah, man, I'm all done here.
All right. It's been real.